Hi friends, it's Julie Golding Page, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in St. Stephen, New Brunswick, Canada, along the tidal Scudig or St. Croix River, the traditional territory and home of the Passamaquoddy, and I'm so grateful that they share this beautiful place with us. Today I have a new project for you, as well as a ton of news from Stampin' Up!, including that there is a free shipping day coming up. Those are very rare, only 2 or 3 times a year. Probably 2 is more accurate. And we have one coming up just tomorrow. So I will tell you a little bit more about that, and then we'll do our project together as well. And there's lots of sales too. So let me get right to it. I am going to switch my phone. This is a new arrangement for me. So I'm going to switch my phone so you can see my desk. I hope this is going to work. So there you go. There is the project that we're going to be doing today. And this lovely project uses this Beauty of Friendship stamp set that is part of the Last Chance sale. It also uses this beautiful Country Floral Lane paper that's part of the Last Chance sale. It also uses this ribbon that is just $3.90 right now as part of the Last Chance sale. And what we're going to do today, you can see that my ribbon is pink. But actually, I have this color, which is Sweet Sorbet or Poppy Parade, one of those two. And I'm going to show you how you can change the color of your ribbon. And there's a whole series of ribbons like this that work this way that are in the Last Chance sale. And so it's a great time to grab those up because you can color them to suit your card, no matter what colors you have. So we're going to get right to that project in a couple of minutes, but I want to tell you all the exciting news first because you can save a lot right now with all of the deals that are on, and I don't want you to miss out on any of those. So first of all, as I alluded to, it is a free shipping day, and as it says here, it's one day only, the 19th of April, and that is coming up tomorrow. So the deal is you have to actually place your order on that day. So by midnight Mountain Time tomorrow, you can place your order. I believe it starts at midnight Mountain Time tonight and goes all the way to midnight Mountain Time tomorrow night. But you can't store your order in the system and then just press submit tomorrow. You have to actually type it in on the day of. And if you'd like me to place your order for you, just let me know. I would be delighted to help you with that. And I will write down where you can find me. So you can find me here at www.juliescraftattic.com. And when you shop with me during the free shipping day, you'll also be able to get a free tutorial bundle, a free card to make, and also I have a free embellishment promo right now when you order with me. So you just need to use the host code, and I will put all these links in for you, as well as instructions for our whole project at the end of the video today. So by about 1 p.m. Atlantic time, which is my time zone, I'll have all this information on the post for you, including the free shipping day too. So my host code this month is UY4BQM7. And if you need some help in inputting that, just let me know, and I'm very happy to help you. It's no problem at all. I'll include the link, the shopping link with that already included in it later today. So again, free shipping tomorrow on orders of $100 or more before tax. You can also take advantage of this up to 60% off Last Chance sale. So all the retiring products are in this Last Chance sale, and many have deep discounts on them. And I'll be showing you some of those in our project today. So you can add that right into your free shipping as well and take advantage of both at once. I also have some classes coming up. One of my classes is going to be a simple stamping class, and it features this Irresistible Blooms stamp set. I unfortunately don't have any samples yet because I'm waiting for my new product from the brand new catalog that's coming out in May, Hopefully I'll have that today and be able to post some samples up soon for the class. But it will be a simple stamping class with a blue theme. So there's a blue themed paper from the new catalog, which is great. And I also have another class coming up, which is Playing in the Rain. And what we're going to do is learn to color these little guys very simply in a way that looks professional. So I've got a couple of samples here to show you. This is what it looks like when you color these guys very simply, no shading or anything, just straight up coloring with alcohol markers, because they don't leave any lines when you color. And it looks like somebody printed that professionally, but it only took about 2 minutes to color it. So it's really simple. And here's another one. So that's another sample. And these are some of the colors we're going to be using. So if you're interested in one of my classes, you can again go to my website, www.juliescraftaddict.com. And I have information on all these classes. Just click on the tab that says online classes, and I'll include the link here as well later today after our broadcast is done. If you need a new catalog, look at this. I've got my copies now, and I'd be happy to send you one. I also have a place where you can request a catalog on my website too. So let me know if you need one. I'd be happy to send it to you. I just ask people to pay for the shipping, not for the catalog itself, but the shipping if you haven't shopped with me recently. But I'll happily refund you the cost of the shipping, which is just $6 if you shop with me by the end of June. So no big deal there either. And I also have some paper shares and other shares that are coming up from the new catalog. So the designer paper share, you get to try out every design from 13 brand new designer paper series packs. The embellishment share, you get to try out 6 new packs. And the specialty paper share, you get samples from 7 new specialty paper packs. So if you're interested in a paper share or an embellishment share or specialty paper share, please go to my website, www.juliescraftaddict.com, and I've got all the information there. You can sign up. And please let me know if you have any questions. I'm really happy to answer questions too. Okay, so let's go on and we will do our project for today. So I wanted to use some retiring products so that you'd be able to see what you can get right now on discount for a number of them and what you can do with them. So this is a pretty simple card. It's not very hard to make at all. And I'm going to start with showing you how to make this ribbon in the color that you want. So this ribbon is called Polished Pink, and it's called Open Weave Ribbon. And there's a whole series of these open weave ribbons, which are all on sale right now. So there's the Polished Pink. Here's the Fresh Freesia, which is a beautiful color in its own right. Here is the Soft Succulent, which is another really lovely color. And these are all retiring colors. And this one is Evening Evergreen. There's also Pale Papaya, which is kind of a peachy color. Unfortunately, I ran out of that one. I used it all up, so I can't show you that one. But these are all part of the last chance sales, so get them while they're there. Once they're gone, they're not restocking. And these can all be colored to make any color that you want on your card, as long as the color is a little darker than your ribbon. And this one is a really vibrant one, so you wouldn't think you could color this one much, but I'm going to color it with Poppy Parade today. So I will get out my paper to put underneath here, and then we will start with that. So you can see I used this paper underneath before. And what I'm going to do first is just cut the amount that I'm going to use. Normally, I just make my bows right on the spool and then cut so I don't waste ribbon. But for coloring, we're going to have to actually cut it. So I'm going to cut, let me see, maybe about 11 inches would do. So that's 8 and 3 more. I think that should be ample. So let's see how to do this. It's super simple. And I got this idea from another demonstrator, and I really, really like it. I think the person that showed me this was Jennifer Cotton from the USA, but I'm not completely certain about that, but I think she was the one. So all I'm going to do is open my Stampin' Blend. So it has to be an alcohol marker. That's something that I should say at the outset. It's got to be an alcohol marker, not a water-based marker, because the water-based marker won't get into the fabric in the same way. So you need alcohol markers like these Stampin' Blends. This one is, as you can see here, Dark Poppy Parade. So you get 2 Stampin' Blends together, one dark and one light. And I'm going to use the dark version to make sure that it really makes a vibrant color. So I'm just going to hold down one end. Oh yes, and I should say I'm using the brush end. There's a finer tip, but you want the brush tip because it's easier to color with. So you just kind of make all these strokes of color until you're happy with the vibrancy of it. And just be aware that alcohol markers bleed through readily, even through things like light cardstock. So make sure you've got multiple layers of paper underneath so that it won't get on your desk or anything else on your table. And also be aware that you're likely to get some on your fingers. I was doing this earlier and you can see there's some red that got on there. It will wear off, but if you're going somewhere important where people are going to be looking at your hands, this is probably not the best thing to do before you go. Okay, so just as easy as that, look, I got the whole thing colored. This Poppy Parade, which also can double for Sweet Sorbet. And what I'm going to do is just set that aside so it dries thoroughly, so that it doesn't rub off on my fingers. So I'm just going to put that off to the side, and we'll get that later in the project when we're ready. Okay, so let's have a look at our project and see what we want to do next. So I always like to do the messy stuff first. So that was the messiest piece, doing the ribbon. And now let's do the stamping as well, so we can get that done. So I have a panel all ready to go here. Okay, and I'm just going to take out this piece of petal pink paper and place it on. I'm not going to glue it or anything. I'm just going to kind of place it on there to see where I want to stamp my sentiment. That's all I'm doing that for. Okay, and the sentiment that I've used is from this lovely Beauty of Friendship stamp set, which is great for either this time of year when the leaves are starting to come out, or when the leaves are falling and are all different colors. So you can make all kinds of beautiful trees here. But we're going to use this very nice sentiment that's at the bottom. So friendships refresh the soul. That's the truth, isn't it? There's nothing better than a little chat with a friend or a note in the mail, a card in the mail. So there we go. We're going to stamp it in Sweet Sorbet. So here's Sweet Sorbet. And if anybody is making comments, my apologies. I can't see them on my phone for some reason. I think they've changed something in the way that the program works on Facebook, and I often can't see the comments. I don't quite understand what has changed, but in any case, I will look at all the comments later, and I'll be happy to respond back at that time. Okay, so let's see if we can get this on fairly straight. So let's see, maybe about there. And I have multiple layers of paper underneath, so I have a cushion. So just a reminder for these photopolymer stamps that you'll need a cushion underneath, and that can be as simple as an old piece of cardboard. Just something that gives you kind of a cushion to stamp into, so the ink will take to the paper that much easier. So it's not too hard to do and not expensive. I'll show you what I usually have underneath. This time, like I said, I've got multiple layers of paper on my desk, but I often will just use an old piece of cardboard, and you can see how many times I've stamped on this. So it's just this old piece. You can see the thickness of it, just like what you'd get in a kit from Stampin' Up, or even in a calendar or something like that. That'll work just fine. So that is it for our stamping and use of ink today. So I'm just going to put my ink pad aside, and now we can start actually assembling this whole thing. Okay, so why don't we put the pretty stuff on first? So there is a petal pink strip, and we've also got this lovely one with all the cute little bikes on. And I want to show you this Country Floral Lane paper. It's one of my favorites from the current spring catalog, the mini catalog, and it's unfortunately going to be retiring as of May 1st. So grab it while you can, and I'm going to show you the beautiful designs. So here's a few of them. So look at that. Isn't that pretty? And this came out around Valentine's Day and for Valentine's Day, but imagine using that for engagement or wedding or just for any occasion actually, because it's so pretty. So let's take a few of these sheets out so you can have a look at them because they're really nice. So you've got those hearts, and then on the back you've got these little XOs, and that's in the petal pink color, that same color that we're using on our card. Here's another beautiful floral that has little hearts tucked in all over, so it's really cute. This one is what the bicycle paper looks like, and it's got that little line of blue hearts everywhere, which is also very pretty. We've got this one that's got floral, and then it's got the sweet sorbet hearts interspersed, which is also very nice. Let's see. Oh, and this one, we're going to be using this one today because it coordinates with the Country Bouquet punch. So when you use the punch, it'll actually punch out those leaves and the big heart and the smaller heart. So it makes it really easy to make very pretty cards. Then we have this one. It's balmy blue, and it's got the mint macaron in the background, which is really pretty. So let's flip them over, and I'll show you what's on the backs too, because they're equally nice, but more neutral, so you could use them for different things. So this one is petal pink with the hearts. Then you got some stripes. This one has the beautiful kind of country style heart pattern to it, which is very pretty. I just think it's all so appealing. This one, which kind of reminds me of ice cream for some reason. And then you've got the beautiful hearts on the sweet sorbet. So very pretty paper. And again, it's called Country Floral Lane. I'll have a link to where you can find that here in my post later today. So you can come back and find that, or just check with me and I'd be happy to point you in the right direction. I'd love to have you order with me and gift you all my freebies, which include a card to make, a tutorial bundle every month, and I also have a promotion where you get a free pack of embellishments right now through the 21st of the month. So I've got quite a few promos on right now. It's a really good time to order. And if you're just joining now, I want to mention that there is a free shipping day coming up tomorrow for orders of $100 before tax and up. So it's a really significant savings, and it doesn't happen very often. So please do take advantage of that. And if you do, you'll get all those special offers that I just mentioned that I have right now. So you can get more bang for your buck, which is really nice. I think we can all use that right now, given the way the economy is. So I am happy to give out a few freebies as I can, and hopefully give you some crafting inspiration along the way. Okay, so there's our little panel. Now we're going to affix it to the one underneath, which is made of sweet sorbet, and I'll have all the measurements on my blog later today with pictures of the card and a clickable photo supply list, so that if you want any of these particular products, many of which are on sale right now and retiring, then you can find them there. Oh, whoops, I just put the wrong thing on there, didn't I? Oh, well, that's all right. We will put that on our card straight away then. That's totally fine. I got talking and then didn't pay attention, but that's fine. We'll put that on first, and then we will put the next panel on. All right, so what I'll do instead is I will pop this up with some dimensionals. Here we go. And we will stick that on to the sweet sorbet. And I want to mention about this cardstock that I used for the card base, this beautiful green color, which is a retiring color. And I'm sorry to see it go because it's one of my very favorites, but we're getting lots of nice new colors in its place too. But this one is called Mint Macaron, and they have sold out of the stamp pads right now, but the last time I checked, they still had the cardstock, so you can get that before it disappears. And they also had the ink refills still in stock, but get them soon because they are disappearing quickly. Everybody knows that these things are retiring, so when the news comes out, they tend to just kind of fly off the shelves really quickly. Okay, so now we're going to make these little hearts. So here we go. This is a piece of that DSP, the Designer Series paper, and we're going to use the punch. So this is the Country Floral Bouquet Punch. I think it's just the Country Bouquet Punch it's called, but I'll have that on my blog too. And this went out of stock rather quickly when it first came out, and they just got it back in, and now it's on low inventory again. So everybody really likes this. So if you would like to get a set of this punch, then I would suggest you get it right away because it's going to sell out again fairly soon, it looks like. So they've already told us it's on low inventory, so it's just a matter of time. So let's see if we can get this to punch out. So you just kind of arrange it in there. Okay, I've got a little too much extra stuff here on the bottom, so I'll just cut that off. And I'll fit that into the punch again. So if you've never used these punches before, it's easiest to just use them upside down like this. And you just line up whatever you want in there, press it, and very easily it makes all of your little pieces. So I don't need the leaves or the other little heart for this project, but I can use them for something else, so I'll just set them aside. And now I've got the red heart, so I'll be putting that there. And I'm going to use a little scrap of mint macaron to make 2 of these little hearts. So here we go. Let's make, oops, let's use the other side that had the other hearts on it. So there's 1 and 2. So it's really simple to use these punches. I find them very easy, and I find they work well too. So that's also good. They're made of some metal that's quite heavy, so I find them quite sturdy as well. And I'm just going to arrange those. Whoops, I'll get rid of that little piece. Arrange those on my card, and I'm going to put this on with a dimensional. So these are the Stampin' dimensionals, these little hexagons. I like them very much. They're a big reason that I'm a fan of Stampin' Up because they work so well. And they don't dry out, I find, like some of the other ones do. So there's that. And I'm going to put one of the little mint macaron hearts on next, and I'm going to use mini Stampin' dimensionals. So for the regular size ones, you get 300 in a pack for $6. For these little guys, you get 720 of them for the same price, $6. So it's a nice deal, and you can use them on a lot of things. And then as you can see on mine, I use the edges of them too. So you can see I've cut into the edges here, and I've used all the edge pieces too. So I will use those rather than throw them out because they stick really well too. Okay, there's my little heart. And this one, so it has kind of goes up on that side and down on this side. This one, I'm going to flip it over and kind of put it the other orientation. So I'm going to get another Stampin' dimensional, a mini one, and I'm going to put that on. And I'll just put it to the side over here. Okay, so now we need to go and get our ribbon. So we're going to add our lovely ribbon, which should have dried by now. So you'll find when it dries, it makes it a little bit stiffer, I guess. And that won't matter at all when you're using it. So I'm going to use the bunny ear method to tie my bow. So to make 2 bunny ears. And then I'll put one through the other and pull. And then you just hold the middle there, and you can pull the bits through, okay, to make it look however you want it to be, and make it as big or as small as you want it to be. I find that a really nice way of tying bows. I wish I'd known about it a long time ago. I saw it on the internet about 2 years ago when I first became a demonstrator, and I really liked it. So let's just cut off that piece. And cut off that piece. Now you can see that is the waist when you actually cut your piece before you tie. When I tie a bow right on the spool and cut it afterwards, I very seldom have even that much waste. So I'd advise doing it that way when you can, but in this case we had to color it, so we had to cut it in advance. It just was the way that it had to go, but that's okay. All right, so let's stick on our little bow. We'll use these mini glue dots to do that. And I'm just going to put it right over here. Just like that. Okay, so that looks nice. And now we just need to embellish, and then we'll be all done. And these embellishments are another product that are retiring and part of the last chance sale. So they're discounted right now. They're called Red Rhinestone Basic Jewels. And I have used these a lot. Here's just the end of a package that I had. I just find these the most useful little guys because they match with all the reds, like whether you've got Real Red or Poppy Parade or Sweet Sorbet, they just tend to match everything. And I like that about them. So I'll see if I can get that one to go on there. Okay, I think I'm going to need my tool for that. So I have my Take Your Pick tool. So this can be used for a variety of things. On this side, the Take Your Pick tool has a sharper end, but not too sharp, as you can see, to poke out little bits from your dies when you're die cutting. But this side actually has putty. So what you need to do is just pick up your little embellishment with the putty, and you can stick it where you want, which is very nice because it can be a lot of fumbling otherwise trying to pick up those tiny little things. So again, that's called the Take Your Pick tool. I'll try to remember to put that in my supply list today as well. So there you have it, friends. There is the card that we've got today. No fuss, no die cutting needed. We just used a punch. We used one marker to make our ribbon match the rest of our card. And we used a lot of products that are on sale right now. So once again, remember, if you want to order with me, I would be delighted to help you. I'm at www.juliescraftaddict.com. When you use my host code, you'll get a free tutorial bundle. You'll get a free card to make. And you'll also get a free pack of embellishments through the 21st of April. And if you order tomorrow and place an order of $100 before tax or more, you'll also get free shipping, which is such a nice present, isn't it? So thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderfully crafty week. Bye for now.